Meanwhile, next morning, we sit basking in the sun, having our coffee. Gonna get some breakfast going. Cooking on the scuttle this morning. It's kind of a clear day. There's a few high clouds. I'm sure this afternoon will bring some more thunderstorms, but oh well. A lot of dew on everything this morning. So good morning. So I was sitting here this morning doing some reminiscing. I spent a lot of days and hours up here on in this piece of ground on lightning fires and other fires and doing work and sitting here smelling the smells, and even though it's burned pretty bad, the smells bring back all the memories. Kind of interesting how smell does that, huh? Anyway, sitting here reminiscing about the old firefighters and how they're probably turning over in their graves at the way they fight fires these days. And, you know, not being aggressive enough when they can is probably the biggest thing. Anyway, I could go on and on about that. I'm not going to. My wife has to hear it all the time. One more thing I will say is that anybody that's watched the media has seen the narrative that's being pushed right now is that climate change is responsible for all of these disastrous fires we have in California. And, you know, it's climate change. Yeah, well, climate change is changing. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. But climate change is not the one easy answer to all of these disasters that are the disastrous fires that we've had. We've had dry years before where we never had million-acre fires. There's more to this story than making a simple answer, making a complex question into such a simple answer. And it's not climate change. It's a whole lot of things. And the largest, I believe, is the strategy and tactics they use on these big fires nowadays is just causing horrendous disasters. And there needs to be more aggression. They need to be more aggressive in the way they fight fires, and to realize and take advantage of the opportunities they have when the weather does change. They need to be very aggressive at getting in there and doing something with them. And that factor there alone is probably a bigger one than the climate change. So there. That's what I have to say. Well, off we go. Thursday. I haven't been telling you what days it is. It started off on Tuesday. Now it's Thursday. So we're gonna head over to Bloomer Lake first, see what that looks like. We might go up to Bird Creek. I'm not really sure where we're gonna end up today. So we will just play it by ear. And then thunderstorms, I'm sure, will happen this afternoon. We'll just make sure we're hunkered down by the time they get here. I think so. I'm going by memory here, and it's been a while since we've been up here. So. than the ones across the valley, huh? The ones over there are volcanic, more volcanic. Beautiful green meadow amidst the devastation.
Go this way. Beautiful rock.
I think we had a lightning fire right up on those rocks there at one time. I think Tom McGrath was on that one, and we brought him some water. Somewhere right up in here somewhere. Of course, that was when there was a forest. Okay, we're up near Bloomer Lake. That's Dixie Mountain Lookout right up there. That's Dixie Mountain. Looks like Dixie Mountain Game Refuge is basically all that hillside over there. Looks like most of it's been destroyed by fire. There's some patches of green in there. My friend Heather said it's just a mosaic burn. And it is. Little teeny patches of green in huge devastated areas. So we're going up here toward Bloomer Lake. Green trees left up here. I know. It's dry on the dry years. I was telling you this might be a place for some future opportunities. Well, this is Bloomer Lake. Bloomer Lake has water some years and some years it doesn't. There's no fish in here or anything, I don't think. I've seen it completely dry, so obviously there's not a whole lot of fish activity that live in that kind of environment. So at any rate, there's a few green trees left up here, some of the bigger ones.
Has a motorcycle been up here or something?
Something. Yeah, I had a lightning fire up at the head of this lake, just around the, goes up in the, to the left of the lake up there, and the road goes up in there, and I think it dead ends, as I recall. Pretty anyway, huh? Here's Bloomer Lake from the other end. Already getting started here. It's 11:10. Got some pretty good buildup happening. That one there has potential to be a thunderhead. Coming up on the Meadowview Y. And it's raining at 12:38. So started a little early today. That's all right. This junk junction up here is called the Meadowview Y. Turn right, it goes down to Doyle. And if you go to the left, it goes down Last Chance to Milford. This is a road that we used to call Bird Creek Road. We're going up, this goes to Bird Creek. And obviously nobody's been using this road. This hasn't been used in a few years by the looks of it. So, we're using it. I can always hook it up to that thing while I'm using it too. It actually works on the tablet. A little hard to follow the road up here. This is where we came from. Kind of looked like it went off to the left, but I think it goes off this way. I haven't been up here in quite a few years. Actually, I retired in 2004, and I haven't been up here since before that. The 2023 Super Bloom, Plymouth Super Bloom. You gotta love it. This area down here below us is Bird Creek. We're going to go down to the junction, probably turn around and go back the way we came. So here's the main Bird Creek Road. If you follow this road, this goes on back and goes back up that way. I think goes to the left of that mountain there. But anyway, it comes out over by Meadowview Guard Station, if you follow this along. There used to be another road that dropped down to the main road, and they closed that one, but this is the way we just came down. We're going back up that way, and then this road continues down Bird Creek. This is Bird Creek over here, and I don't know that it has any water in it, but probably does this time of year. Yeah, it does. I think I'm not too sure that this runs year round though. Can't remember. Didn't usually get up in this country too often unless there was a fire. And now everything's burned off. I don't think any firefighters are going to be coming up here for a while. Hopefully it'll come out on the camera, but there's pink flowers all through here, and that's phlox. Wild phlox grows up in the mountains here, and it's beautiful this time of year. I love seeing phlox in the spring. Believe it or not, this is a Plymouth County road, PC 101. And obviously Plymouth County doesn't really maintain it very well, do they? Out.
Yes. Can't remember
That's
what.
weird. Well, we stopped here at Plinko Sheep Trough up in up above Plinko Mine. Here's the spring, here's the trough. But I was thinking about camping here, but this place is pretty well burned up. I don't really want to stay here in the burned out forest. I'm going to go somewhere else. There's a fire pit right there. This used to be a real pretty place. That's why I came here, but I was hoping the fire didn't get in here, but obviously it did. So I think we're going to go down to the gravel pit. We've been there. That's burned too, but not too bad.
You gonna go through there?
It's the road.
There's a whole bunch of green trees.
Believe it or not, that was the main road. Well, I decided to go down to Granite Springs because Granite Springs is outside of the burn. There's no fire here. And this is a place where we used to hang out a lot when we were firefighters because they would move us to the top of the grade, and this was one of those places we could hang out and wait for a lightning fire or whatever. The advantage here, of course, we have a fire pit and a stock of firewood already left here. So good old Granite Springs. First time I've ever camped here, though. Well, we got camp set up just in time. The storm moved in over us, and now it's hailing. And
Got it done and sat down. And
yeah, we just sat down. And now we've got hail coming down. Just exactly what we expected today. So we're prepared. Woohoo! Good, huh, babe?
we made it. We made it.
There's the aftermath. We had a lot of hail coming down. Everything's slowed down now. Cooled off a little bit, and the rain slowed way down. So we're just going to stay dry till it blows over. Well, we weathered that storm. It stopped raining, stopped hailing, and Now it's just overcast and dripping a little bit. So we'll see what happens tonight. There's still some thunder in the area, but it's kind of to the east of us out over the desert.